Hi, welcome in everyone. Today we're gonna do the rest of the matches for C3 versus AA.
Uh-huh. And what else? That's it for today, right? These are last matches or what? Oh, okay. Have we done coin flip yet or no?
We have.
Okay. Let me see. So for round one, it's going to be Ever Sleeping Town and they banned Moonlit. This is pretty common now. In Koa, we've seen a lot of
Mm-hmm.
Moonlit round one.
Mm-hmm.
So probably just because Gamekeeper exists, to be honest.
Right. There have been so many gamekeepers in Koa. I've literally been watching Koa every day.
Hook is like such a gimmick that he's somehow Koa worthy.
He's not worthy, in my opinion, but he's there.
So I guess we're just waiting on bans. I'm not sure who's hunting first. So it looks like we're gonna be seeing AA hunting first and C3 surviving.
I can't wait. I'm so excited. I love watching these matches.
We'll see. Hopefully something interesting for round one besides opera singer, but we know how it
Oh,
is.
true.
New girl isn't allowed in this tourney, right?
Ivy, no,
Shut
she's
up.
not.
Okay. Makes sense. Just wondering. So what are you expecting for this while we wait?
For Moonlit, I expect to see like maybe an opera, possibly a Michiko, just because of how fast she can get across the map and across the bridges.
A round one geisha would be kind of interesting.
Oh,
They
it's
banned
ever
Moonlight.
sleeping. I heard Moonlit and went with it.
Nah, that was my bad. So
I just feel like I'm kind of loud, anyways.
two survivor bands. Well, Priestess Dancer, letting the Seer actually come through. This is more common lately, seeing how there's not banning Seer. His nerf kind of made him fall off, to be honest. So we're not seeing a lot of Seer bans, at least for first two bans anymore.
Yeah, Priestess is a pretty neutral band.
Priestess, yeah, self-explanatory ban. Dancer, her boxes in middle on this map are very annoying and just a nuisance for hunters to deal with. So just getting rid of that support in the middle there.
And we're moving
These
on to
two
Pit.
are global bans though. So no priest. Oh wait, never mind. Didn't pick yet.
Teehee.
Tired.
It's alright.
Can't- So we're just waiting. We might pick Gardner. Strategies that we're seeing right now in Koa is they're picking stuff like Gardner, Acrobat for first two picks, or things like Patient Gardner. Just a lot of strong hiders for the first round.
I've been seeing a lot of First Officer in Koa too.
Yeah, I haven't seen much of him as a first pick, no. And the first two survivor picks are gonna come through, which are global bans, and these will be Magician and Toy Merchant. Magician is a very hard counter to Opera Singer, which makes sense as to why he's there. But Toy Merchant on this map, she can be good, but against Opera Singer, she's not really seen as much. Seeing Antiquarian ban. Once again, pretty safe ban. Anti being the most broken survivor in this game. Um, Nothing really too special there on that ban.
My messages aren't loading. That's great.
And they picked first officer, yeah.
Oh, I
They
knew it.
seem to be going for an opera singer counter comp.
Yeah, that seems to be what's happening here. And the ban of anti-Q seems like an opera.
Most hunters do ban opera singer, but more so her. The disarm is pretty annoying.
Yeah.
Lots of antis, especially in Koa, they've learned that if you stab her out of her thing while she's mid jump, it puts her on cooldown. So another annoying thing about this character. Yes,
We have a psychologist ban, I believe.
I think that's this. Okay, that's psychologist. Now, in the last round, the hunter did ban psychologist. A lot of hunters will ban hunters like Dream Witch will ban psychologist as well as hermit. It could be one of those, but probably unlikely. I do not know what this hunter
Acrobat
plays.
pick as the last one.
Very good pick. He's probably the strongest kiter in the game as of right now, especially
Agreed.
on ever sleeping. So now we
The
jump into
persona
our
locks.
persona locks.
Ooh, I'm all over the server right now. Looks like we're gonna have Tide and Borrowed Time on first officer. And then I don't know who this, but we're seeing Borrowed Time and Broken Windows. And we have another Borrowed Time and Windows on Magician. The acro was Borrowed Time and Broken Windows.
Yeah, a lot of broken windows on just for the opera singer.
Yep.
Mm,
And we have Toy Merch with Flywheel and Borrowed Time again.
Flywheel on the toy merchant. That's actually kind of interesting. I thought she would be running
Agree.
windows as well.
And now we're gonna see who's the hunter. I wonder who's it gonna be.
Maybe opera or dream witch. That psych ban is kind of throwing me off. And it looks like we're going to be seeing a hermit, I believe.
Yes.
That is hermit. Round one hermit. I don't.
Wow.
It's not bad pick, especially against this team comp. Hermit actually can perform very well against these characters. Um, Hermit can hypothetically he could chase the first officer. He can stun the magician out of his wand. Toy merchant is probably a bit of an iffier chase for him depending on where she spawns because she gets a lot of distance. Same thing with acrobat. Acrobat being a very strong hider in general. So I wouldn't be surprised if they change the spawns according to. They do only have one tide, which is their first officer. So
True.
we'll have to see.
That might hinder them a little bit.
It depends. For Hermit, it's a lot about survivability. Because as soon as he gets a chance to snowball, then it's very hard to come back from it, which is why healers are just so important against the Hermit.
Yeah.
Which makes like ban makes sense now, considering that he wanted to go Hermit. This is why playing so hard into an opera singer round one can kind of screw you over because sometimes the hunter just won't play opera singer and they'll play their specialty hunter. Like I believe it was Dong X who played Dream Witch against a very hard counter opera comp in Kawa a while back.
Oh yeah, I think so. I remember seeing that.
Yeah, that's the thing with this meta now in round one is that you really don't know who it could be. It's most likely going to be an opera singer just because of how strong she is, but some hunters will try and shake it up.
True.
Hopping into the match here, just waiting for everyone to select.
No, not a Kokichi skin. Kokichi haunts my dreams.
And that crossover was interesting.
Danganronpa crossover moments haunt my dreams, especially when it first came out. Oh god.
He, now we are
And
just
he's
waiting
rocking the once skin.
for spawns. Let's see. I wouldn't be surprised if we see a typical sort of T spawn here with merchant in middle two-story, officer taking middle, um, magician at cabin, and acrobat at the near courthouse. And hermit's going to be spawning under the toy merchant and next to the magician. It's likely we'll be seeing the magician as the first chase here, um, as the toy merchant does have very easy access to graveyard with her glider from the window.
I wonder if she'll set up any catapults.
She probably will. Um, I would be surprised if she
Just
doesn't.
for like future instances, like while somebody's kiting, to set up one so they can get a quick transition.
Toy merchant on this map can be very useful. Catapults in middle that lead up the stairs, easy catapults into graveyard. There's a lot of stuff that she can do on this map, which makes it very useful. Until the hermit does get presence, of course.
Mm-hmm.
So he's going to be immediately connecting this time. It looks like he will not be rocking the insolence build. So it's likely we are seeing a detention and trump card build with blink. Does seem to be chasing the magician first, and the magician is going to be transitioning away all the way over here to this god palette. Does not drop it, and the hermit is doing some mind games around here, but the magician is patiently waiting. So good on this magician. Does kind
Great.
of let the hunter catch up to him a little bit here though. See, this is the tricky thing about magician versus hermit. See how he used his wand and he still got polarity. Charge attack through the palette and it actually connects. Wow.
Oh, wow, how is that not a pallet stun right there? It looked like he was in it.
A little bit unlucky that he did let the hunter swing right through that pallet. Nothing you
Mm-hmm.
can really do there. I wouldn't have seen that coming either. The hunter will have blink soon. It's likely he will be putting a blue charge onto him, or it's likely we will be seeing a blink here.
Oh,
Oh, opts
just
not to
straight
use his
down.
wand. Their cipher progress is not the worst.
Could
However,
be a
it looks
little
like this
better.
is going to be a basement share. This is a little bit difficult for the first officer, because unlike other characters like Gravekeeper and Mercenary, he does not have the easiest access into the basement, because Hermit will just put stuns at the chair, and he can't really do anything about it. So they have two options here. They could save after half, sell, or sell. That's it. Looks like it's going to be
Who's
first
creeping up?
officer feeding tinnitus. I don't think they're gonna save that. Mm,
Just trying to get him to rotate around, maybe.
yeah, officers staying here. They don't know what trait is yet, so they might be afraid of a teleport. So it looks like officers just going to be camping by the rocket chair to make sure that the hermit just stays here.
They might just go ahead and sell. I don't think they can get a rescue right here. Definitely not.
This situation is just very unlucky. If it wasn't basement, they probably would not have gone for the cell. So it looks like, oh
Oh, he
wow.
just changed completely.
Yeah, gonna be finding the acrobat who is kiting towards graveyard. Oh, does try to jump over that
Oh,
bar. Unfortunately, does still get clipped by the stun. Hermit opting not to use his blink there and instead deciding to break the pallet. Acrobat's just going to be kiting now. Their ciphers, they have a bit of ciphers with some decent
this is a
progress.
pretty good area for Hermit as well because of all these high walls. Oh, there's the
Very
blink.
Hermit. Basement is not here, so Acrobat is free to kite here. Does predict that second presence
Beautiful
skill.
dodge.
Wonderful job from the Acrobat predicting that. He is going to be using his bomb to get some distance onto that window. Very good use of these bombs from the Acrobat. Instead of using them right in front of the hunter, using them to gain distance. So
This is
this
a
is what
beautiful fight so far.
yeah, this would make Acrobat so strong in the first place, especially against these kind of hunters.
Oh,
Unfortunately,
he's
that
gonna
does
go down.
flip him right there. They do have ciphers though. They have 3 ciphers that are above 50%. First officer coming in for the rescue, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
They do
Toy
have a
Merchant
tie
just gonna
turner
finish that.
still.
Go ahead and use the watch.
Oh, officer does get
Oh,
sucked in by that. Oh, somehow misses that
oh.
hit. Does end up getting the swing onto the first officer anyways.
Toy Merchant getting the shared damage as well.
Tie turner is active, so the acrobat will not go down for the next 20 seconds. Here, another great strategy from the acrobat, just staying in graveyard and dying here as it is very isolated from the rest of the map.
Mm-hmm.
He does have one red bomb to work with, and Hermit does not end up hitting those stuns. He does end up getting a blue charge onto him. Charge attack?
Gets
Another
the
charge attack
hit.
through the
Toy Merchant taking the shared damage again as well. Seems like they're gonna have Prime though. I'd say at best maybe a tie or a 3-man, but definitely a tie.
I'm not sure. Oh, I'm not sure what oh, the cipher does end up being primed in time and the acrobat
Yay.
is up again. If he takes a blue charge, if he takes a red charge here, he will survive. And the dungeon is here. So if the acrobat plays this right, this actually could be a potential 3 escape. The hermit will end up having blink right here though. So this
Mm-hmm.
acrobat will play very safely. Oh,
Oh, he
does end up
misses his
missing the blink
blink.
there. This might provide a chance for the acrobat to escape in time.
This might. A missed blink is so crucial.
Just holding on to that. Oh, it does miss that stun there.
Oh,
That's very crucial. He does only have one more to work with, along with his second presence ability. Does end up hitting that. Oh,
oh,
fortunately, he does get stunned by that. Wonderful draw from the survivors and a wonderful draw from the hunter as well. The first chase was pretty good, getting a quick and early down, but nice job from the survivors bringing that back.
yeah, that was amazing. It seems like they were a hermit main because they have a B badge.
Lots of hermit mains nowadays.
Pretty scary.
Hermit's just one of those hunters that's hit or miss. One mistake from either side can be win or lose, which is why I think
Mhm.
watching his matches are so interesting.
I learned so much.
So the score right now is currently tied up 2-2, and we will be heading into the second half of round 1.
Oh, you got kicked out of the room again, Pearl. There we go. Oh, it seems like one of their survivors disappeared.
Oh, so I'm
That's not a
guessing we're
good
gonna have
thing.
to
I
wait.
guess they got sent back to the manor.
Oh my god. Well, we're gonna have to wait then. We're gonna have to entertain. Um,
I'm sorry, I'm just staring at your knife skin.
I spent a disgusting amount of money on like before it came out, and then I got him early. I don't know what to do with all this stuff that I have.
You want to know what I spent a disgustingly amount of money on?
Oh, that skin is pretty though.
I'm so glad I got it. All those shifts at Taco Bell. They get you SS.
This is interesting. I'm not sure what's happening.
Oh, they're back.
Okay, they're back.
Phew. All right, we're gonna move into Hunter bans and picks again.
Oh, all right. This time it's going to be C3 hunting. And the two survivors that they're going to be banning are going to be Priestess and Toy Merchant. Another two support bans. Again, no Seer ban. Seer's unfortunately falling off super hard right now.
He needs his comeback.
Yeah, after the nerf with the attack recovery speed and the 8 seconds on the owl, I feel like he just lost a lot of his value. I believe it's what, 30% extra attack recovery on the owl if you give it to someone else, which is just it just negates all the distance you get from the hit either way. So
True.
we're still waiting on those two survivor locks from AA. We might see maybe something like again acrobat, gardener, maybe a cheerleader or an aeroplanist. Be interesting. Um, we don't really see characters like acrobat usually being picked as throwaway characters first, just because of how strong they are. But with opera singer, it's a risk worth taking. I'm not sure if this hunter plays opera singer again, but with her being the best hunter in the game, every single team right now has to think about it, whether they don't know if they played her or not.
Oh, but
Yeah, they're gonna be picking psychologist and antiquarian as first two locks. So psych and anti are going to be global banned. Going to be seeing a first officer ban here. Yeah, most likely. Who bans first officer? Probably opera singer.
yeah.
Again, psych and anti are pretty good choices. The psychologist, this hunter might play hermit or something like a dream witch. So the psych is for those most likely, and the antiquarian is just a universally good pick. They most likely want to get ahead in points, which is why they're first locking their antiquarian so early instead of saving her for perhaps later rounds. But having an antiquarian allowed in later rounds is kind of 50-50 since she's usually banned. But again, waiting on the next survivor lock.
She's good to have around, though.
Yeah. Against certain hunters, antiquarian can be a little bit harder to use.
True.
But there's always a counter. Um, like with wax artist, you just hit to force 100 whack, and it's simple as that. Chip hunter's a little
Wax
harder.
artist. Oh, sorry.
Go on. What about whack?
I was just saying, he's been very popular in Koa. He's been like 4King in Koa at the
Yeah,
moment.
wax artist is just one of those hunters that's he's very good, Um, his snowball potential is just like through the roof with his hot wax. And it looks like we're actually going to be seeing a Merc pick. Not surprised. After Officer, Merc is most probably the best choice to pick for round one.
Agreed.
After, yeah, after his nerfs, he's still pretty good. The ability to tank a Terror Shock is still broken, so it's all good. The last ban is going to be Acrobat. Yeah, Acrobat is just one of those characters that if you don't pick him, he will get banned, just because of how strong he is.
Yeah. I have a dream of seeing perfumers in matches. It's
Have
my
you not
dream.
been watching Koa? They've picked Perfumer round one a lot for
Yeah, I
Opera.
need more. I need more Vera moments.
For the final Survivor lock, we're going to be seeing a lawyer. Not surprised, actually.
Pretty typical.
Yeah, lawyer's the best decoder in the game as of right now. So
And a pretty good kiter now, especially with that buff.
just waiting on the persona locks.
Hmm. They're really choosing their personas.
They're probably thinking about it just to be on the safe.
Ooh, we're gonna see another gamekeeper.
Oh, I'm actually not surprised. Um, Considering this comp, maybe the first officer ban kind of a bait for them to play into the opera singer. I'm not sure. I do think it was a gamekeeper right now is unironically very good. The hook hitbox is something else. He has infinite hook. You get slowed down if he doesn't hook onto you
It
since he
looks
drags
like
into
we're gonna have
the
gamekeeper with trump card and detention.
typical sort of build. We have seen insolence gamekeepers before, but looks like we won't be seeing that today. We're just waiting for everyone to get into the room. Did we end up seeing the personas or no? I can't see that. Well, we'll see it here. It's okay. So, of course, we have the mercenary on Tide, psychologist on Broken Windows, lawyer on Broken Windows, and antiquarian on Flywheel. Oh,
Oh,
is that a change? Well, I'll wait until to see, because right now we're seeing lawyer with Tide, actually.
Hmm.
Tied and borrowed time. Yeah, so we're gonna be seeing Lawyer with Tide and Borrowed Time. I think that's a pretty risky move, but we'll see. Of course, Mercenary is going to be spawning middle. Lawyer's going to be taking Graveyard. Psychologist. Oh, never mind. Lawyer will be spawning middle two story, anti-cabin, and psych at Dancing Geisha. Typical spawns. Again, Gamekeeper spawning in the same spot as the Hermit from last round. He might choose the anti here. Anti,
I would
I'm
think
not
so.
sure.
Yeah.
I could be wrong, but anti-swing might not be fast enough to smack the hunter when she gets hooked, but we're gonna have to see.
True, you're right.
I wouldn't be surprised if the gamekeeper decides to go for the merc in middle. We have seen a lot of gamekeepers chase the mercenary first.
And he's gotten easier as a first chase.
I mean, the nerf only really affected his. Oh, never mind. We're going to be seeing the gamekeeper chasing directly after the lawyer, who is going to immediately transition into graveyard. It's likely we'll be seeing the gamekeeper drop this window, yeah. So we'll take the window, and now the lawyer is transitioning out of graveyard once more. Um, he's going to be forced to transition out into the open here. Gamekeeper's hook is on cooldown, so he might be able to make this pallet before the timer of the hook is up. Oh, gets hit through the pallet here though, and the gamekeeper does have his hook available once again.
Hmm.
Lawyer does move extremely fast though, so we'll have to see.
It's looking good so far.
Yeah, this lawyer's doing a fairly exceptional job. Oh, wonderful
Oh,
dodge of the
oh,
hook, but
oh.
does end up getting hit over the pallet.
Looks like we've got some good cipher progress, though. Everything looks at around 60, 70-ish.
Yeah. Link, however, has not been used and they do not know the trait. They might just sell this and go for the draw and take their draw for round one. A gamekeeper will be trapping off that hallway, making it very hard to rescue from that angle. Merc does get caught out here. Looks like he will be going for the save. It does end up getting hit through that pallet.
Oh, elbow pads, however.
Using Yeah, wonderful save from the mercenary here. Looks like he will be going for the double down. Beautiful from the gamekeeper, but unfortunately
Beautiful
does not get a hit
elbow
onto the
pad.
merc. Yeah, wonderful drop from the merc, not getting double hit, allowing the lawyer a lot of time to transition over to cabin and forcing the gamekeeper's hook onto
Hmm.
cooldown.
Nice
Oh,
dodge right
just
there.
barely avoiding it here. Right here again, once again, is just a mind game. Oh, does get hooked through the window
Whoa.
there. Another case of gamekeeper's hook being
Bane
gamekeeper's hook.
moment.
Yeah,
And sharing right near the anti-Q.
yeah,
Just to
ending
interrupt
up.
her cipher progress and maybe force a rescue out of her.
So the anti has two choices here. She could rescue and possibly support after the rescue happens, or she could leave. But unfortunately, it looks like
Ooh.
she won't be getting the chance to leave. Does end up flywheeling a little
Whoa.
bit early. Gamekeeper not swinging immediately. Yep,
Okay. It's
anti-support
gonna
coming
do a
in.
little bit of support. Beautiful.
3-6 from the anti-Korean. But Gamekeeper does have his hook back up again, so covering this distance is going to be a little bit difficult. Does drop there. Gamekeeper does not realize, and he follows him down the hole. Oh,
Ooh,
does
wrong
drop
side of
the
the
pallet.
pallet.
Oh, but the hook
Oh.
misses either way. It looks you're going to be seeing it down here.
Oh.
Very nice rebound from the lawyer with the help of the anti-Korean, of course.
Mm-hmm.
Psychologist does end up getting wanted order, so it's likely we will be seeing the gamekeeper maybe switch
And
traits to
Merc
her.
healing. I would probably rather focus on cipher progress than healing, just at the moment.
I think right now healing is very important. Just to not have any injuries because the anti-Korean is dead on hook either way. I just think it would be better to heal her because Psychologist can whistle the anti.
You're right.
Looks like Gamekeeper does not know where the mercenary is or is just opting not to chase him.
Ooh, he did place a trap down
Does
at that opening.
Yeah. It's likely he's trying to look at ciphers and see if they are shaking. Um, the mercenary doing a very good job just hiding from this hunter in plain sight, feeding
Mm-hmm.
Tinnitus as well and keeping him in the area.
Antiquarian has crows, though.
Anti with crows, so the gamekeeper is going to go ahead and chase. She does have some stick to work with, but does end up going right back over to Cornhouse where the mercenary was, who did end up getting stuck in the trap. This merc does not have any
Which is
items, however.
unfortunate.
Yeah. So now he is dead to one hook, and the basement is here. So this merc actually needs to try to leave this area as quickly as possible, because if not, he is possibly setting this up to be a little more than a draw, because Gamekeeper with basement is very hard to rescue
They're
from.
also double pushing this cipher, so they may have just an. Oh, never mind.
He will be waiting for the merc to fall down so he can. Oh, ops! Is he going to chair basement? He is going to chair inside of the basement. Psychologist is immediately going for this rescue.
And they have the cipher primed.
Yeah, this is very crucial. Not allowing the gamekeeper to get up there and set up his cancerous little camp. Oh, does end up missing the hook here. This is actually very big. Um, for the survivors, not getting drop down hit here was very crucial. However, the
hmm
mercenary does have to body block the hook for the psychologist.
And he's probably trying to do a drop down on him as well. Maybe not.
Oh, does end up missing the hook there and getting stuck and pushed back all the way into the basement. Mercenary will be following the psychologist just to try and body block the hook for her. She does drop down and fall into the trap. Does get drop down hit here, and immediately they pop the
Ooh,
cipher. I'm not sure if she knew that was there.
I don't think so. I think that wasn't communicated
Yeah,
properly,
seems to be a little
maybe.
bit of a miscommunication error. This could possibly turn into a three-man now, just because it's an anti-crane on the gate.
Girl.
Gamekeeper will be hooking towards that exit gate. Um,
Oh, he
does
decides to
teleport.
teleport.
However, it is an
Immediate stick.
anti-crane.
When there's no pallet there as well.
Anti-crane does have flywheel and stick to work with. It appears she
Oh,
did
beautiful
seem to
job.
use the last of her stick there. Mercenary going back for the psychologist. Oh,
Oh, too early of a flywheel once again.
yes, once again, another unfortunate mistimed flywheel. Crane will be getting chaired, however, there is no chair there, so it's going to take a little bit longer for this chair to happen. Psychologist will be getting on the gate, and the mercenary will be camping out by 11. Immediately, Gamekeeper is going to be hooking right over to the psychologist, and the mercenary will be coming in for the rescue. Tram kind of coming in clutch there, blocking the hook from the psychologist.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, she
Yeah,
does
in
get
that
the hook
situation,
again.
yeah, in that situation,
Unfortunate.
it's very impossible to dodge at that point. Gamekeeper's hook is already
Now they can almost get this gate open and we
degraded.
can hopefully see a tie here.
Yeah, this is a
Yeah.
guaranteed draw. Beautiful from the survivors. That little unfortunate mishap with the psychologist getting instant downed after the pop.
Mm-hmm.
They managed to bring that back, so congratulations to the survivors and wonderfully
Mm-hmm.
played from the hunter.
Beautiful. It was a beautiful match altogether.
So I'm assuming this is a guaranteed round three, correct? Because
Mm-hmm.
draw. Huh,
Yeah.
interesting.
Score is at 4-4. And we're gonna move straight on into second map picks.
Yes.
I believe we're just confirming that everybody is ready.
So it looks like we're going to be seeing the map ban from AA, which is going to be Leo's memory. So Moonlit and Leo's are two maps that cannot be played ever again.
Mm-hmm.
And it's going to be a Chinatown pick. Chinatown is honestly, in my opinion, it's a map that can go both ways. Some
Me
hunters are
too.
very Chinatown, like Wheel and Wax on Chinatown. Opera Singer as well, obviously. Many hunters are good on this map, but there's also a lot of survivors that are very OP on this map, like Toy Merchant. This map is probably Toy Merchant's best map, aside from Lakeside, maybe. So, faction pick.
Looks like we're gonna see survivors going first for AA. Right, and then we're gonna be moving on to character picks and bans.
the global bans um, for AA are psychologist and antiquarian, so we're not going to be seeing those two anytime soon. Priestess and seer bans, these standard bans, seer and priestess, both survivors. Seer is a little bit worse than he used to be, but still a valid ban. And priestess, again, just being priestess.
Sorry about that. My Wi-Fi went out.
Well, it's okay. I have terrible internet too, so.
So if I just go quiet, it's probably my Wi-Fi. My bad, I got lost. And it seems like the two picks we have for right now are Toy Merchant and Gamekeeper for the ban. And we have a first officer pick once again. Pretty standard. And once again, we have a mercenary pick. And C3 is going to ban a survivor once again. And we're going to ban Acrobat again. Seems like we may be going for the same strategy just to get out of the tie. Just waiting on the last pick, I believe. And once again, we're going to have a lawyer pick. As seen from last match, their lawyer had a very good kiting abilities, especially just to loop. And we're going to move on to persona locks. For Tour Merchant, we're gonna see Borrowed Time and Broken Windows. And for Magician, we're gonna have Tide and Borrowed Time. And then for Lawyer, Borrowed Time and Broken. And then Merc, Borrowed Time and Tide once again. So it seems like we have two tides here. It might be an opera match this time. They could have been saving opera for a tie opportunity. Oh, I was right. We are going to have an opera match. So the C3 is going to pick opera, and we're going to have Trump in detention once again. Excited to see opera matches. All right, we're about to get in and get started. And hopefully this will be the tiebreaker match. All right, we're gonna probably move into area selection soon right here. Seems we're gonna have Merc in the middle again. Seems about the same spawns as last time. I think with Magician and Toy Switch though. And it seems like Opera is gonna go straight for this Magician, however. I believe Magician is gonna be first chase at least. All right. And Opera is gonna head straight for this magician, but it looks like he's gonna rotate around. But she definitely sees these blood trails. In a little bit of an open area right here. Oh, beautiful work with that pallet. Seems like she's gonna maybe get a hit. Oh, she hit his wand, which is beautiful. That was a beautiful wand from the magician. Nice and not going back to the pallet. Beautiful wand once again. Gonna block off her right here, so she forced to break these pallets. He can make it to this pallet over here, though, definitely. He is gonna take a hit right here, but he should be able to transition into building right here. It's a wonderful kite so far. Ooh, and there's the blink, a missed blink, however, especially with her hitbox. And now he has no more wands, but she's gonna swap back. And wow, beautiful Terror Shock right there from Opera. And seems like all these ciphers are about to be popped, however. They're just gonna pop one by one. Wow. Wonder, she gonna switch and just leave him on chair? Yeah, seems like she's just gonna switch targets to this tour merchant. Ooh, gets a free save from right behind her back. I'm switching back over to this magician. Once again, taking 2-story. I don't think... Oh, he did end up making that. I really thought he wouldn't with Opera's speed. But he is gonna go down again to another Terror Shock. Seems like we've got just a little bit of cipher progress going on. Seems like Merc is gonna come in again for the save. But beautiful kite from this magician right here so far. Beautiful elbow pad just to get away from her so he doesn't get a free hit. Now he's kind of stuck in that little area till he can get over but to this chair. Are we gonna get the rescue off here? Maybe. Oh, tried to body block it too. Oh, he's gonna force heal? Maybe. Nope. He just picks him up right away. Lawyer is gonna about to finish this cipher. And Opera's gonna switch targets completely. Seems like she can't find anyone. Her options are looking at ciphers. I think she's looking at ciphers to try and find where this Merc is. Lawyer's opening a chest. And Opera's still struggling to find somebody over here. Just narrowly avoids the lawyer behind there. And she switches back. It seems like... Yeah, she's gonna definitely go after this mercenary. It took a while for her to find somebody. I think they were just running around, so they didn't give her a hint to where they were. But it seems like they are gonna have a prime ready just in time. Just because of how long it took for her to find this Merc. He has used another elbow pad, so he has one more left to work with. And it looks like this cipher that Toy Merchant has is primed. I assume they're gonna hit and then pop it. Oh, no pop yet? Alright. Maybe. Oh, that was a... Okay. There's the pop, however. Rick still has time to get this Merc down, however. It looks like it's going to be a tie, though, again. Alright, so she's gonna... Didn't make it back in time for that gate, however. So we do have another tie. Which means we'll probably be moving into another round, if I'm not wrong. Beautiful plays from both sides, though. Alright, looks like we are going to be moving to another round. And Pearl's going to be coming back to save me.
Okay. Oh my god. I was doing
Yay!
something.
Sorry if my commentating was really bad. I struggle so hard to keep up, especially with Opera. She's so fast.
I was not there. I was outside, so you're fine.
Okay, but we are moving into another round because we had a tie.
So if we don't see another if we don't see another draw here, then it'll round 3. If we do see another
Mhm.
draw here, then I'm not sure what happens. Yeah, but like, what if they draw both rounds? Isn't it best out of
Endless
3?
rounds.
Well, yeah, but like, wouldn't that? Ah, okay. No, because I was wondering if it would be a round 4 situation. Please. Ugh. Okay.
And we have a priestess and first officer ban, I believe.
Yes. Oh, I did not see that. Hold on.
Yeah,
They're
they just showed up for
picking,
me.
yeah, they're picking journalist and psychologist. Journalist, interesting pick. They are going to be banning wax artists for their hunter ban. Um, and then we see a dancer ban again, pretty standard dance. A journalist pick that was actually very interesting. We do not see a lot of journalists in competitive gameplay. We did see her a few times in Kawa before, but she's a pretty uncommon pick. So I'm actually kind of excited to see this journalist be played here.
Hmm.
Again, another lawyer pick. Lawyer has been very popular with these teams. He's just so good right now. His decoding is great. His kiting, although it's not the best at first, he does build up a lot of speed, which can help him with his rebounding and overall late game if he does end up making it there.
Sure.
And the anti-Korean ban, nothing special again there. Anti-Korean's a safe ban, best harasser in the game. For our last pick, I wouldn't be surprised if they go maybe something like a patient for the psychologist, something like an acrobat. Um, we also could see maybe they want to go double healer, but it looks like we're gonna be seeing
Coordinator.
a coordinator. Actually, I like this. A lot of
Interesting.
teams use Cord as fake anti, so
Fake anti.
yeah. At least I think that's what the strategy is called. Fake anti.
Not too sure. I'm excited to see a cord though.
Yeah, we usually see sometimes we see coordinator in round one because she is used against opera singer. We haven't seen her at all in this, at least in this matchup. So
Hmm.
excited.
And now we're gonna lock personas once again.
Yeah,
For psychologist, it seems like we're gonna have windows and borrowed time. Windows and borrowed time for coordinator as well. Same thing for lawyer.
this thing is like not showing up for me. I don't know what's up with my Discord. Hold on.
Yeah, my Wi-Fi keeps going out as well. It seems like we're gonna have a night watch as hunter with detention and trump card. And I believe there was a journalist with Tide, I think. Trying to find it again. Yeah, journalist with Tide and Windows.
So the hunter pick, I'm not sure if this was said already, but the hunter pick is going to be a night watch.
Hmm.
Into this comp, night watch actually isn't a bad choice. He can actually chase the journalist first, since he will 100% of the time outspeed her with his wind. Since lawyer
I
will
saw.
likely be spawning a good area.
Sorry, I saw Sway and got excited.
That court skin is very pretty. We're gonna be
It just
seeing
gasped.
psychologist with tide, coordinator with flywheel, broken windows on lawyer, and windows on the journalist. So a little bit unconventional here, with the psychologist being the one to bring tide turner, but it could work out for them. Kind of typical spawns, but the hunter decides to spawn at flower pot near the psychologist. If the hunter does end up chasing the lawyer will transition into the hotel. So it's likely we
Hmm.
will be seeing psychologist as first chase, unless the night watch wants to go and chase the journalist in middle.
Those 3 hits can get annoying though.
Yeah, however, she does have tide turner, so her chase will be significantly weaker since she really does have enough to use.
Yeah, she won't be able to use her tide correctly. All right.
But it looks like the hunter will be going after the lawyer.
Oh,
Oh, taking a little bit of an unconventional route here, perhaps predicting the lawyer to maybe try and hide around here instead of immediately going upstairs. But the lawyer is currently camping upstairs right now. This is the strength of lawyer. You can't really mind game him since he does have his map.
hmm.
I'm not sure if Chewie will be committing it to the lawyer, however.
Yeah, just gonna look like they're gonna switch targets.
Smart choice switching targets does end up finding the journalist who is hiding inside a restaurant right now.
But gonna get quite a bit of distance on him. Ugh, I keep getting tongue-tied.
I'm not sure if this is lag. We might be seeing a pause here.
Oh,
Yeah,
yep,
a little bit unfortunate there with the lag.
yeah.
So while we wait for this to be resolved, I'm not really sure what could happen. It is fairly early into the game. However, with the way things are going right now, everyone is doing a lot of rotating. So the ciphers are going to be a little bit behind. But if this journalist can possibly kite for a while, then the ciphers that they had to rotate off of will be worth it.
I believe they can get a 3 escape in my heart. Here we go. We're gonna go ahead and resume the match. Maybe a little bit. Never mind. Not, we're gonna pause again. It seems like we're just having some ping issues at the moment.
I'm not sure how far this was into the match, but if it was before 60 seconds, there might be a possibility of a restart, since Chibi's still reconnecting.
Yeah. It wouldn't be IDV without ping issues. Alright, due to some ping issues, it looks like we're just going to be restarting the round over once again. Not everybody gathering around Ithaca. Oh no. And looks like we're gonna go chase after this journalist first, actually. Sorry about that, I got distracted. Ooh, tries to get off an Orpheus right there. And yeah, he ends up hitting the Orpheus.
Yeah, wonderful clone from the journalist. She will be transitioning. Oh, looks like he's going to be switching targets onto the coordinator who was decoding in middle. Does
Ooh,
use
that
blink here
blink.
for the first hit. Beautiful blink. It's likely we will be seeing the gun coming out of the coordinator here. Wonderful gun from the court, dropping the pallet so she can get her window speed boost to head upstairs. Nightwatch opting not to break that pallet and instead choosing to walk around and chase after this coordinator. Coordinator does not drop this pallet here, which might end up killing her, but we'll have to see.
Agreed, sorry. Touching on my phone.
She's going to be mind gaming with these pallets over here. Nightwatch vaulting over this pallet right here. Will she make this window vault? Very fast window vaulting from the coordinator. Broken windows coming in clutch right there as she zoomed right on past. And she's already over back to where she started at the pallet right here. Does end up vaulting kind of into Hunter, but actually does not get the swing off. Very wonderful usage of broken windows from the coordinator once again.
Beautiful kite.
The Nightwatch not breaking these pallets is ending up costing him a lot of time here. Does
Mm-hmm.
get a little bit lost as the coordinator uses that time to transition back upstairs. This is
And
looking
these
like
ciphers just
a
keep popping.
yeah. Both of their lost ciphers are above 60%. Yeah, this is looking like a 4 cipher kite from this coordinator.
Yeah, she's doing an exceptional job right now.
Yeah, this is why broken windows is just such a good trait. All of that distance that she is getting.
And they already have a last cipher primed. But he's gonna switch targets to this lawyer.
Switching targets right now is probably not the best choice. But it
Mm-hmm.
is one of the last things you can do here. Does swing quite a bit. Does get her
Oh, and there's
first
the
presence
pop.
here. The Nightwatch did end up switching to teleport, so it's likely we will be seeing a teleport here. Dungeon is here, however, so this might go into a 4-man potential if this lawyer can kite out.
Nice
We
dodging
might
with the
be
wind.
seeing a dungeon escape here, and
Oh,
it looks like
wow.
the
Beautiful.
lawyer clutching dungeon. Beautiful kite from the coordinator in the beginning, just abusing the fact that the Night Watch was not breaking any of those pallets. And yeah,
Mm-hmm.
wonderful game.
Beautiful job on both ends. All right, and the score is 11-6 in total. Congratulations to C3 for winning. And now we're gonna move on to the round three. All right, looks like we're gonna have a ban for Moonlit.
All right, so they have started the map picks and bans. C3 banned Moonlit, and AA is going to be picking Ever Sleeping. A hunter is going to be banning two survivors. The global bans for C3 are magician, toy merchant, journalist, and psychologist. And the hunter for AA will be banning seer and priestess. Once again, the two standard bans that we have been seeing. The C3 survivors are going to be picking mercenary and barmaid. Two very stable picks. Mercenary being a very solid rescuer, and barmaid being a very effective healer. I do believe that this hunter does play Dream Witch, which is why I'm pretty sure that they are locking in the barmaid first, so it cannot get
Mm-hmm.
banned. The two hunter bands will be Dream Witch and Opera Singer. So the barmaid pick might be for someone else that I'm not sure who this hunter plays. I thought the barmaid would be for the Dream Witch, but they most likely have another plan if they are going to be banning it.
Probably trying to immediately get Dovlin off with a rescue. Because I know there's like a trick you can do with it.
It's possible. It's very rare for a barmaid to come in for first save, however, um, or save at all. But it is possible. Barmaid support. Barmaid can do bottles in the middle of kites. It's kind of hard to pull off if the hunter has not used any trait yet, since the person will likely just get blinked down. But it has been pulled off a lot of times before, and it's very
Yeah.
cool to see it happen.
We're gonna have an antiquarian ban as well once again.
Now we are just waiting for C3 to pick their next survivor. Considering the fact that they did get a four-man escape the last round, it's likely They're gonna be going for something safe like an embalmer, but actually no, we're going to be seeing a lawyer pick. This team seems to really, really love their lawyer. And the last survivor ban, we're gonna be waiting on that. I wouldn't be surprised if this is an embalmer ban, acrobat, patient.
Sorry, I just sneezed.
It's fine.
Oh, excuse me. Oh, female dancer as the last ban.
Not again. The map is ever sleeping, so dancer on ever sleeping once again. Menace boxes in middle, practically impossible to dodge them unless you break them, which buys time for transitioning. So, and we're going to be seeing a
And the
cheerleader lock. That's fun. Cheerleader has been seeing a huge spike in usage, especially in Koa. Um, Her self-sustain, while her support might be a little bit lackluster, her self-containment makes up for that completely. And now we are going to be waiting on the persona locks. I have to get back in game.
oh, do you need me to invite you?
Yeah, let me get on. I was the game's pretty laggy.
All right, looks like we're gonna have Merc
You can invite me now.
with Borrowed Time and Tide, Barmaid with Windows and Borrowed Time, Cheerleader with Borrowed Time and Broken Again, and Lawyer with Borrowed Time and Windows. So no Tide.
No Tide?
No Tide.
Interesting.
And for the Hunter locks, we're gonna have Insolence and Trump card with Blink.
I know the Merc has Tide. I think you meant to say no flywheel.
Oh, whoopsies. I'm already
Yeah,
getting tired.
it's. I wonder who they're expecting where they're not bringing any sort of flywheel. Usually we do see cheerleader bringing flywheel. Um, but once again, everyone has broken windows except for the mercenary. One Tide. Pretty three pretty solid characters. Cheerleader
Mm-hmm.
has excellent self-containment. Lawyer, great decoder, and nice kiter. Barmaid, she can actually be very good with kiting. She's very good at bringing out blink. Xander's pretty much forced to blink unless she'll heal. So
Mm-hmm.
a little bit difficult. I'm not sure who the hunter's playing.
Me either.
What the hell is that? Uh, Night Watch.
I didn't see it said anywhere. Gotcha.
I know Yumi plays wax artist. I'm surprised that we're not seeing the wax artist here. I'm not sure what the conditions are, however. I'm assuming that the hunter needs a 4 kill. Jumping into the spawn selection, we're going to be seeing Barmaid in middle two-story, Lawyer Dancing Geisha, Curate Cabin, and of course Mercenary spawning in the middle. For first chase, Cheerleader or Barmaid would be optimal. Cheerleader versus Nightwatch is a complete mind game, and it can be a little bit difficult for the Cheerleader to outspeed the Nightwatch. But the Hunter is going to be spawning next to the Mercenary.
Maybe he's expecting them to rotate.
We have been seeing this type of hunter spawn a lot more, especially in Koa. I've noticed the hunters have been spawning there a lot more. It just forces the person in middle to have to rotate out of fear of being chased. But
Mm,
let's see. Looks like the hunter is going to be directly going straight for that lawyer. Lawyer.
narrowly missing a tram hit.
Ooh. The hunter does have insolence, so we're going to be seeing an insolence blink night watch. The lawyer transitioned immediately towards the graveyard. Going to be fast vaulting this window here to make up for some distance. Lawyer, however, moves very quickly and he does make it to this pallet right here. Going to be choosing to jump over this pallet right here. It looks like we're going to be seeing our first hit, maybe? Oh,
Oh no.
managed to drop the pallet right before this swing is able to connect. We might be seeing some tram action coming through. Oh, the tram barely leaves
Oh,
without the lawyer.
he was definitely trying to get on it.
Yep, right here is where we're going to see our first hit. The hunter's insolence does proc, which means that Yumi has some dashes to work with. We might be seeing a blink here through this window, but no, Yumi chooses to vault this window instead. I'm going to be using her suck here to get another stack and dashing onto the lawyer. This is the strength of lawyer. He is moving very quickly at base speed right now. Oh, does end
Oh,
up missing the blink. A little unfortunate there. However, lawyer is kind of stranded right now. So we'll have to
these
see how
ciphers
long
are
we
about to go popping one by one.
Yeah, this is looking at least a minimum 3 cipher kite. Broken windows against Nightwatch is just so good for getting a lot of distance and possibly outrunning his wind. Yeah,
Ooh,
we're most likely going to be seeing a down here onto the lawyer. Yeah,
yeah.
beautiful kite from the lawyer. Last
Mhm.
final ciphers have been started. They are working on an extra one. We'll be trying the lawyer at Dancing Geisha, and the mercenary is going to be coming in for the rescue. Right now in this position to turn this into a possible draw, the hunter likely either needs a terror shock on this pair or a double down situation,
Mhm.
or possibly an after half, but it looks like Yumi's just going to be going for a basic drop, hitting the lawyer. Looks like we're going to be seeing Yumi switching targets onto the cheerleader who is working on the corner house sniper. However, they possibly are going to be starting another cipher. The
Looks
mercenary
like
does
they're
get
fighting
bottled.
back.
Yeah. Choosing to attempt to find a lawyer does end up switching to peepers. So this is looking like a no detention build on this hunter. Unfortunately, does not spot out the fact that the lawyer is at the island. And again, coming towards this cheerleader. Going to be placing a peeper there just for security. They are working on a second cipher. So In my opinion, I would likely just go after the lawyer who has less of an end game kite compared to this cheerleader. It looks like she is going to be saving her pom-poms. Does end up using one right there though to get away. Looks like they are going to be healing.
Just trying to get a full reset.
Oh, does get sucked right there, but her speed boost clutches her right back over to this pallet. However, she's moving quite slowly right now. It's just a mind game right at these pallets.
We got
Lovely
about
down.
60 on this lawyer's cipher, so they could very well get a four-man.
She is going to be cheering in the basement. This could possibly be a game changer depending on what happens here. It's likely the Merc, however, will be coming in for the save, and it's pretty difficult to stuff a mercenary as a single hit hunter. I'm just going to be elbow padding right past and immediately getting the save off. They're choosing not to pop the cipher, and likely they want to wait for the mercenary's health to go down. Does end up using the suck right there. It appears the hunter is
I'm
waiting. I'm not sure what the hunter is waiting
trying to
for.
bait a pop, I believe.
Yeah, the hunter does not have detention, and everyone is at full health. Right now, the hunter does find the mercenary. Beautiful elbow pad from the mercenary to avoid the suck. Um, Hunter is going to be chasing the merc. I'm not sure how good of an idea this is, considering the fact that dungeon is right here. And mercenary with the delayed damage is very broken. It appears that the gate is actually open. So this is looking like a four-man.
Mm-hmm. Quite literally just letting him go into dungeon.
Yeah, beautiful game from these survivors and a good attempt from the Night Watch actually. Just a little bit unfortunate. That's the missed blink.
Yeah, the Miss Blink did it. It really sealed the game right there.
And good on the survivors as well for starting a lot of new ciphers and not letting the Night Watch get too much pressure on them.
Beautiful gameplay from both sides, as always. Stuck in the match.
I'm not sure if we're going to be going to another round.
Maybe.
Okay. Thank you all for watching, and congratulations to C3, I believe, for winning
Hmm.
a wonderful game from both sides. Put up quite a fight there with the both sides getting consistent draws with rounds one and two. But yeah. Thank you all for tuning in to watch. I'm not sure if we have any games tomorrow, but thank you all for tuning in, and that'll be it. I'm Pearl, and you are.
I'm Lina.
And thank you for watching the Lilicrow Tournament, and that is all.